Have you ever met someone who looked perfectly confident on the outside, yet left everyone around them feeling small, confused, or drained? Someone who could charm a whole room, but couldn't care less about the people in it? Well, believe it or not, these traits were described thousands of years before the first selfie, in a story about a man who fell in love with his own reflection. But the truth is far deeper, darker, and more complicated than the myth. Before we break it down, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow and brings you more psychology content just like this. The legend that warned us. The ancient Greeks told the story of Narcissus, a man so breathtaking that people admired him everywhere he went. But admiration wasn't enough. Affection wasn't enough. Even love wasn't enough. After coldly rejecting the nymph Echo, Narcissus leaned over a quiet pool of water and saw beauty he had never witnessed before, his own. He became obsessed, trapped by the illusion of perfection, unable to walk away, unable to look at anything else. By the time he realized that this perfect other person was actually himself, it was too late. A flower grew where he died. The Narcissus, a symbol of self-obsession. A myth, yet one that perfectly captures a psychological reality we see every day. What narcissism really is. In psychology, narcissism isn't just ego. It's a blend of traits built on an inflated, fragile, and often unstable sense of self. At the surface, it looks like confidence, beauty, power, leadership, high self-worth. But underneath, there's something else. Fear of embarrassment, a desperate need for admiration, a rejection of criticism, a lack of empathy, a hunger for status, a hollow self-image that needs constant refilling. Psychologists break narcissism into two major types. 1. Grandiose narcissism, the type most people recognize. These individuals are outgoing, dominant, loud, attention-hungry, charming but controlling, obsessed with being admired. You'll often see grandiose narcissists rising to positions of power, politics, entertainment, leadership, social influence, not because they want to serve, but because they want to shine. 2. Vulnerable narcissism, the hidden version. These people can appear quiet, reserved, sensitive, shy, easily hurt, easily threatened. But on the inside, they believe they're superior, they feel entitled to special treatment, they react strongly to criticism, they fear being exposed or rejected. It's narcissism wrapped in insecurity. When narcissism becomes a disorder. Everyone has narcissistic traits to some degree, but when these traits start controlling a person's entire life, it becomes narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. This is not just having a big ego. This is when someone's need for admiration becomes so extreme that it destroys their relationships, career, friendships, mental stability. People with NPD often use others for attention, lash out when criticized, refuse to take responsibility, avoid introspection, struggle with empathy, feel empty when not admired, and react aggressively when their image is threatened. It's a paradox. They look strong, but their self-esteem is unbelievably fragile. Where does narcissism come from? Psychology points to a mix of nature and nurture. Genetics. Twin studies suggest a strong heritable component, but the exact genes remain unknown. Parenting style. Two patterns strongly contribute. 1. Overpraising and putting a child on a pedestal leads to grandiose narcissism. 2. Cold, strict, controlling parenting leads to vulnerable narcissism. In other words, too much admiration creates entitlement, too little creates insecurity. Both can build narcissistic traits. Culture and environment. Societies that value individuality, self-promotion, fame, materialism, personal achievement tend to produce more narcissistic traits. The rise of social media didn't cause narcissism, but it poured gasoline on the fire, giving narcissists endless mirrors to admire themselves through: views, likes, and attention. The damage narcissism can cause. It feels good to the narcissist, but painful to everyone around them. Narcissistic partners may manipulate, gaslight, cheat, lie, sabotage, demand attention, discard people when they're no longer useful. Narcissistic leaders may take reckless risks, ignore expert advice, seek revenge on critics, abuse power, make unethical decisions. Narcissistic friends may steal the spotlight, downplay your success, never apologize, blame you for their mistakes. Psychologists often describe narcissism as a, quote, condition where the sufferer feels fine, but the people around them feel the pain. Can narcissists change? Yes, but only if they're willing to face the one thing they've avoided their entire life: real self-reflection. Treatments that help include psychotherapy, building empathy, practicing compassion, challenging grandiose thoughts, understanding the roots of their behavior. But here's the challenge. Narcissists struggle to admit they need help because admitting flaws threatens their self-image. It's like asking someone terrified of mirrors to stare into one. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button. I post deep, powerful psychology content that helps you understand yourself and the people around you. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay aware, and stay growing.